It feels almost like a comfort drink, but it's not, because the Ancho Reyes is really here to burn your tongue. Hello traveler, and welcome back to the Tavern at the Checkpoint. As promised, we are still on Baldur's Gate 3, and after Astarion the Vampire with the previous episode, this week we're gonna go to a more hellish side of the game. We're gonna go with Karlach the Tiefling. So, I'm still in Act 1, I won't spoil it too much, I don't know much about it, but Karlach is a companion that you can find pretty early, not necessarily the earliest of them, but pretty early in the game. She's a Tiefling with a broken horn, and she's been described as one of Hell's best warrior. I'm not gonna go deeper into the details, but basically she's a barbarian, which I think in my game I chose a berserker specialization for her because that matched her the best. So that's the kind of character that she is. She is strong. She's literally burning, and of course she's full of rage because that's a barbarian. But also she's so sweet. She's so fun. She's so nice to hang out with when you get outside of the combat phase. So I really want a drink that brings both sides of her into one glass. So let's get to it. I'm gonna start as usual with a full ounce of lemon juice. Then I'm gonna add raspberry syrup. Again, a full ounce. I don't want to go simple syrup, I want raspberry to bring this kind of, fun side, this fresh side, this fruity side, thing which is just pleasing on the tongue. Then I'm gonna add a full ounce of whiskey, just to bring a bit more smokiness to the drink and a bit more of an earthy taste, so to ground it a little bit. And then I'm gonna go for an ounce and a half of Ancho Reyes. Ancho Reyes, I've used it several times in the show until now. It's a Mexican chili liquor, so it's made to be very spicy, but it's also kind of sweet. And just to wrap it up, a few drops of Angostura bitters. And there we have it. I'm gonna call it the Sweet Rage, but matched Karlach perfectly. As for decoration, if you want, maybe you could decorate that with a raspberry or two, or maybe a little chili pepper, or both if you have. Why not? I don't. So I'm just gonna go bare on this glass, but that should not change the taste of the drinks too much. Alright, so let's try a Sweet Rage for Karlach the Tiefling. The smell already brings a good mix between the raspberry and the chili from the Ancho Reyes. And the taste also is that perfect mix. I love it. It's strong, it's spicy, yes, there's a lot of Ancho Reyes, but it's very sweet, and the raspberry syrup really brings this kind of fun side to it, of sweet side, of course, but in kind of almost a nostalgic way, kind of brings back to childhood and the type of syrup I would put in the water back then. It feels almost like a comfort drink, but it's not, because the Ancho Reyes is really here to burn your tongue. So I think we really achieved the target here. It's really a good mix between the spicy, the strong, the fire, and the sweet and fun side. I really like it. I really like it. Would I drink tens of those? Maybe not, because it is too strong. Also, it is very sweet, so I don't mind myself. I'm kind of a sweet tooth. but if you don't really like your drinks too sweet, that maybe not for you. But aside from that, I'm really happy with what we got here. But that's really close to what I was hoping to get. It is actually what I was hoping to get, so I call that a victory. Yeah, I don't necessarily get the whiskey in there. The smokiness of the whiskey, the kind of down-to-earth side to it. I don't really get it. Maybe it's overpowered by the Ancho Reyes, or maybe because the drink is too sweet for it. I'm not sure what it would taste like without it. Maybe I should try. Does it really make a difference or not? So yeah, maybe on the downside, I'm kind of losing my whiskey here, but otherwise, I really like the drink. I really, really like it. Alright, so that was the Sweet Rage for Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3. I'm still in Act 1, so no spoiler in the comments. If you haven't played the game, have a go, it's great, I'm having a blast, especially playing with friends. And Karlach as a companion is absolutely delightful. So thank you again for watching this episode, and while waiting for the next one, be safe on your journey, travelers.